In a quiet street of a busy American city, the soft autumn breeze was blowing. The rustling of leaves and a melancholic stillness in the air made the environment feel like a scene from a film. Jacob, a former soldier and now a volunteer with a kind heart, was out for his evening walk. His eyes suddenly stopped at a young boy standing by the roadside, worried, tired, and lost. Jacob walked over and gently asked, "Son, why are you standing here alone? What's the matter?" The boy lowered his gaze, licked his dry lips, and slowly began to speak. "My father left us, me, my mom, and my little sister. We don't even know where he went. There's no food left at home. I had to stop going to school. My mom sent me to find some work, anything that could help us eat. I don't know who to ask, what to say, or how to even look for work." Jacob's heart sank. He came closer, held the boy's hand, and said, "What's your name, son?" "Suleiman." "Come, Suleiman, walk with me. Let's fill your stomach first, then we'll figure things out." Jacob took Suleiman to a nearby cafe. After a warm bowl of soup, sandwiches, and cookies, Suleiman's face lit up with his first smile. Jacob saw how wise this child was, though life had forced him to grow up too soon. After the meal, Jacob drove him home and said, "Now take me to your house. I want to meet your mother." On the way, Suleiman explained they lived in an old apartment. Their bills were unpaid, his mother cried day and night, and he often told stories to his sister to help her sleep. When Jacob reached their flat, he was shocked by the condition. Empty cabinets, a broken bed, dark circles under the mother's eyes, and a little girl silently curled up against a wall. Jacob gently knocked on the door. Suleiman's mother came out. Jacob greeted her and said, "My name is Jacob. I saw your son by the road today. I want to help you." The woman hesitated for a moment, then opened the door and replied, "Please come in. Thank you for listening to my son. These days, no one listens." Jacob heard their story, their pain, and helplessness. He promised to help, not just temporarily, but for good. The next day, Jacob went to a local charity office and registered their case. Within a week, the family moved into a temporary shelter where they received food, clothing, and medical aid. Jacob enrolled Suleiman back in school, bought him clothes, and even arranged for an old laptop so he could study. As weeks turned into months, Suleiman's mother found a job at a women's welfare organization. She learned sewing and slowly began to rebuild their lives. A year had passed. Suleiman was now among the top students in school, his sister was in nursery, and his mother had become self-sufficient through her stitching work. One day, Suleiman asked Jacob, "Uncle, why did you help me?" Jacob smiled and replied, "Because once, when I was broken, a stranger helped me. That day, I promised myself that whenever I could, I'd become someone else's light in the darkness." The story didn't end there, it was just a new beginning. Suleiman grew up to become a social worker himself, dedicated to helping abandoned children and broken families. He would often say, "There was a time I stood alone on the road, not knowing who to speak to. Now I stand with every child who carries that same silence." Years went by. Suleiman was now a respected and beloved social worker. One rainy evening, as he was reviewing case files in his office, there was a gentle knock on the door. An old, frail, and sick man stood there, soaked from the rain, wrinkles covering his face, and regret shining through his eyes. Suleiman asked kindly, "Sir, are you all right? Where have you come from?" The man's voice trembled as he spoke. "Son. I am the one you refused to call father." Suleiman froze for a moment. Time seemed to stop. "I am your father, Suleiman," the old man continued. "I left you, your mother, and your sister when you needed me the most. I started a new life elsewhere. I married another woman. But now I am old, sick, and abandoned. That second wife has also left me. I have no one. I am full of shame. I ask for your forgiveness. I wish to stay with you. Sulayman's heart was tested once again, but Jacob's face flashed in his memory, the kind man who accepted him without question. After a few moments of silence, Sulayman gently said, "Father, what you did caused us great pain. But I've learned from Jacob uncle that a person's true strength is shown when he supports even the one who once broke him." Sulayman stood up, placed a hand on his father's shoulder, and said, "Come, Dad. You are not alone anymore. Let's go home." He prepared a room in his house for his father, arranged for his treatment, gave him food, medicine, and rest. Slowly, his father's condition improved. The silent man who once never understood relationships now thanked God in every moment of guilt and gratitude. One day, Sulayman's father said to him, "Son, by accepting me, you didn't just lighten my burden, you set my soul free." Sulayman replied, "That's what humanity is, kindness without expectation." This story teaches us that while humans make mistakes, forgiveness, patience, and compassion are the lamps that turn darkness into light. Sulayman became a symbol, not just for his city, but for anyone who's ever stood on life's roadside with a broken heart and unanswered questions.